Welcome to another video. Today we are playing IceJades with Kaiju Negate. Now, when I first saw people playing IceJades, they were playing this variant of the deck with Kaiju Negates. So let's show you how it works. Use Yugioh Waterfront Field Spell. Now, no one plays this spell, but here's how it works. Every time a card is sent to the graveyard, it gets a Kaiju counter. Let's show it off right now. We activate it to search for IceJade Adrian. We get a Kaiju counter. Alright, we search for the IceJade Cradle. We get the Cradle activated. It goes to the graveyard from the field. We get another Kaiju counter. We link summon all Mirage with our Adrian. We get a Kaiju counter. Once we have at least 3 Kaiju counters on the Yugioh Waterfront, once per turn we can activate it to search for a Kaiju, and we're going to get the Turtle Boy. Now you notice with our Adrian, we searched for the Tremora, and we are going to use Turtle Kaiju's secret mode. No one knows that he does this. We're going to activate Special Summon Gameciel. Everyone thinks he's a Kaiju, you want him on your opponent's field. Well, we actually want him on our field because he has a really sweet effect. We're also going to set Dinomorphia Frenzy. Now there's great synergy here. You'll see in a second. Let's pass the opponent. Opponent is setting a card. Alright, opponent, you're afraid. Afraid of the Turtle Kaiju. You're going to turtle. We're going to go off. Let's activate Dinomorphia Frenzy. We got the Dinomorphia package here. And notice, Dinomorphia Frenzy activating gives us a nice little Yugioh Waterfront counter. And our opponent is going to set another card. See if they give us a chance to show off what this turtle is capable of. Alright, let's go. Search for another Turtle Kaiju just in case. It's free. Go to battle. Attack over opponent's mystery monster. It is a Marshmacron. It is going to activate in the graveyard to special summon 2 more Marshmacrons. I don't think so. Turtle Negate. That's right. Kaiju has a Negate. Quick effect. Remove 2 Kaiju counters from the field. Negate the activation of effect, and if you do, banish that card. So we're going to remove 2 counters from our little Kaiju field spell. Use our Negate. And this is not a once per turn. We can do this as many times as possible. It's whenever they activate a card or effect, not even once per chain. Let's get into the opponent. Opponent activating Guardian Slime in the hand. Let's negate again. Remove 2 Kaiju counters. Negate the Guardian Slime. Is opponent playing my deck? This looks like variant of the God deck. Let's get in with Kentragina. Normal summon Ash Blossom to make a Nightmare Phoenix. Discard pop this back row. And that's going to give us more Kaiju counters. We send some monsters to the field here. Opponent going to bottomless. That is okay. We're going to let that go. Not worried about Nightmare Phoenix going to the graveyard. So we're going to keep our Turtle Negates for our opponent's turn. We got 2 more Turtle Negates online. Not to mention Dinomorphia Rex term is negating any monster that has more than 2,000 effect from activating opponent summoning a Reactor Slime. We are going to activate Rex term, so we can't activate the ignition effect. Save our Turtle Negates. Opponent attacking. To trigger the second Guardian Slime in hand, we are going to Turtle Negate that away. Get negated. Turtle Negate is just spam fest. Who knew Gameciel was so mean? Negating everything. Negating the God Slime. Opponent passing back to us. We got EC Lethal with Negate backup, and opponent knows it. They are out of here. Alright, so very powerful turtle combo. But you're going to ask me, alright, how often can you do this, and is this deck good? Alright, let's go on to the next game, and I'll show you. If you like the channel, be sure to subscribe. We'll have more sweet gameplay in the future with more spicy deck lists. Our opponent's going first, playing Branded Despia. Well, let's see what IceJade Dinomorphia Turtle Negate can do. Opponent doing classic Despia things. They're going to make their Mirror Jade. Let's take a look at our hand here. You did notice I am playing the Dinomorphia package. This is the most condensed Dinomorphia package there is. If you watch till the end of the video, I'll show you the full Dinomorphia package. We are also running DPE. Always just good to run spells that activate and get you Kaiju counters. So we got everything we kind of want here. Let's see if we can play through this Mirror Jade and 1 set card, which is a mystery to us. Got to start with the Yugioh Waterfront. We're going to want as many Kaiju counters as possible. Opponent going to negate with the Trebrig and Mercurier, our Dinomorphia Therazia. Now we could stop that with Call By, but we got Trap Trick, we got Dinomorphia Frenzy in hand. We don't need to negate it. Let's let it happen. Let's activate our Fusion Destiny. Summon our DPE. And you always got to be careful with Mirror Jade. When you have Mirror Jade and Destiny Hero, or you have Mirror Jade and another Mirror Jade, always the secret is be the second one to activate. Because if you're the first one to activate, well, you get popped. If he activates first, DP pops himself and the Mirror Jade, and DP keeps coming back. We don't have enough attack to get over this Mirror Jade right now, so we're just going to set our Trap Trick, our Dinomorphia Frenzy, and we're going to pass. Let's activate our Trap Trick. Now, gotta be careful with Trap Trick. You can only activate one trap card for the rest of this turn after this card resolves. So, we're gonna search here for a Imperm. And we can only activate either the Dinomorphia Frenzy or the Imperm, not both. Opponent, banishing to get their monster back, or get their spell back. And we're just gonna go for the Dinomorphia right now. Once Dinomorphia is active, opponent will not be able to activate the effect of their Mirror Jade. There we go, activating the Kentragina, special summoning the Rex Term, and Rex Term just says that opponent can't activate monster effects if their attack is equal or greater to our life points. There you go. So Mirror Jade has more than 2,000 attack points, so he cannot activate his effect. Opponent fusion summoning with Grand Fusion, but none of his monsters can activate. Lubellion? Sorry, Lubellion, you got 2,100 attack points. That is more than 2,000. You cannot activate your effective fusion summon. Opponent going for the Polymerization. If they make a Chimera, it won't be able to activate. Let's see what opponent does here. Opponent, smart play, going for the Masquerade. Masquerade is not a... It's like a triggered effect. So it's not an activated effect, so actually can still activate our Rex Term. The taxing effect of Masquerade is not affected by Rex Term's negation. Opponent summoning the Dramaturge, going in for battle. We're going to wait till the last possible minute. Once they declare attack, activate Rex Term's other ability. We'll have our life points and make our opponent's monsters all have attack equal to our life points. So they're all negated, all at 700 attack. Opponent passing to us. We are going to activate DPE, pop this Masquerade, so we stop having to pay life points because we couldn't pay any more life points. 100 life points left means we're out of effect activations. Let's banish that Masquerade so he doesn't come back to the field. And we're looking pretty good here. Looking like we can get some easy lethal. No Kaiju negates needed. Maybe this deck is versatile. Back to our turn. Drawing a Maxi, let's special summon it. Why not flex on our opponent with the Maxi? DP coming back. Let's search with our Kaiju field spell. For the Kaiju, we were going to normal summon Turtle Boy over our Kentragina and our Maxi to give us Turtle negates so we could get in for easy lethal without worrying about our opponent's set back row. But opponent not letting us search for the turtle. They are out of here. Alright, Turtle mode taking down Despia. Beautiful. Let's go on to the next game. Alright, we're back showing off Turtle IceJade Negate Fest. Let's show off the combo again. Search for the Cradle with the Agerine. Activate the Waterfront. All Mirage, gonna get summoning. Give us one Kaiju counter. We're gonna use the Cradle to search for a Cosmolochore this time since we already have the Tremor in hand. And another card we got in the deck, Secure Gardena. Gonna give us another way to link off, give ourselves that third Kyoto Waterfront Kaiju counter. Let's activate. Search for our Turtley Boy. And use the Tremor in hand to special summon him. Now we are running IceJades, so we have a Cosmolochore, although it is not going to do too much right now. Very reliant on its field spell being on the field to do much. Let's use the IceJade Cradle to search for another IceJade, and that gives us 4 counters, so we got 2 Turtle negates going on right now. Oh, opponent, what do you got? Opponent with the Toon Kingdom. I don't think so, opponent. Let's negate that. Get that Toon Kingdom out of here. Usually Toon decks rely very heavily on their field spell, so get banishing. Opponent going to activate Toon Bookmark to search for another copy of the field spell. That's going to give us another Kaiju counter. We're going to let that resolve. We're going to negate the field spell again. Get negated. But now we got no negates left. Opponent, we're vulnerable. What do you got next? Opponent. Going to normal summon Black Stone. Alright, well this looks like some sort of shenanigan. They're going to summon Red Eyes monsters. Let's activate Maxi. Opponent, Call by the Grave. Opponent, a big mistake. By activating Call by the Grave, you're giving us another Kaiju counter. Opponent sending. Negating our Call by. Or negating our Ash Blossom with the... Negating our Maxi with a Call by. Oh my goodness, getting confusing. Getting another Kaiju counter. Opponent activating the Black Stone. We are going to negate again. Get negated. Blackstone not going to do anything. No monster for you, opponent. Opponent set in a back row. Can we get one other Kaiju counter? We're vulnerable right now. Normal summon Adrian. Search for the IceJade Cradle. Activate. Send to the graveyard to get that Kaiju counter, and now we are safe again. 2 Kaiju counters means negates are online. Let's attack. Attack our opponent directly. Creation Adriel cast is going to boost the attack points of our Adrian. Get in with all our monsters. Not enough attack for lethal though. Opponent gets one more turn. One more turn with turtle negates. Opponent, what do you got? Opponent passing back to us. Turtle negate too strong. Gameciel negating 3 times in a turn. Very powerful turtle. Alright, let's go on to the next game. Alright, now this is a bit of a clunky hand. We're going to have to hope Max C can draw us into something useful. Activate the waterfront. Set our back row and hope for the best. Now, I believe I did end up cutting IceJade Erosion from the deck. We'll take a look at the final deck list. Opponent activating Pot of Duality. Now, we always have a choice here. Do you Ash Blossom the Pot of Duality? And I usually don't Ash Blossom Pot of Duality. That's just how I am. Opponent. Searching. Getting a Fair Flames. Not going to be too useful right now. And opponent is playing Dinomorphia. Very interesting. I have never seen anyone else play Dinomorphia. Very suspicious, Konami, that the one time I'm playing Dinomorphia in my deck, I see a Dinomorphia opponent. Just saying. Pass it back to us. We draw a Trap Trick. That means we can get Dinomorphin too. Opponent with a Frenzy. We're going to activate Ash Blossom to negate. Opponent letting it resolve. Alright, so no dinos for them. But also no dinos for us. We do get a Kaiju counter. Opponent activating the Trap Trick. Getting a Dinomorphia domain. They're playing more Dinomorphia spells than us. Those Dinomorphia traps, all of them are UR, so hard to get. They're activating. Let's chain the Maxi. Hope that we can draw some cards here. Opponent has an Ash Blossom too. Alright. Not ideal, but we can live with it. Let's call by the Ash Blossom. And opponent has the Sonic. Sonic gonna negate. Negate the call by, so our Maxi is negated. But we still have our Trap Trick. Which means we can activate. We can activate, search for our Dino. Opponent. Summoning Kentragina. Let's activate our Trap Trick. Once we have priority, here we go. Get that Trap Trick activated. Probably could have done this sooner. And opponent has the Solemn Judgment. Opponent got us. Got us with the dinosaurs. Solemn, one too many negates online. We don't get our Dino Boys. Opponent gets their Dino Boys. And we're sad face. Alright, well opponent, you did it. You Dinomorphed us. Looks like the answer to Dinomorphias is more Dinomorphias. Opponent again, second Kentragina. Flexing on their very expensive deck list. This is what you get when you pay full price for your dinos. Alright, you know what? Respect to the opponent. They played fair. They used the same tricks as us. Let's go on to the next game. Alright, we're going up against a Lava Field opponent. We got a very interesting hand here. Opponent's going first though. Setting some back row. Seems like back row day today. Everyone's playing back row. Alright, let's start by activating our waterfront. See if we can search for that Kaiju. If we chain together enough spells, Terraforming just bait for Ash Blossom and also was just going to basically get a Kaiju counter for us. So happy to bait that Ash Blossom out of here. Opponent doesn't know what we're doing. Let's activate the Cradle. Get ourselves the Adrian, get ourselves another Kaiju counter. Normal summon Adrian, search for another IceJade Cradle. This is not once per turn. Let's activate. Get ourselves the Tremora, get ourselves our nice third Kaiju counter, and now it's turtle time. Get the turtle. Special summon the turtle. Opponent pausing there, like they had a response, but now it's too late. Now we have the Kaiju, everything is negated. Let's link off into an Almirage. Giving ourselves another Kaiju counter. Let's link off into the Secure Gardena. Giving ourselves another Kaiju counter. Let's set the Trap Trick. And let's get Lethalized in. Except our opponent has a lot of life points. So we're going to have to be careful. We do have Turtle Negates for days though. We got at least 2 Turtle Negates, 3 Turtle Negates, with the Trap Trick activating, giving us another Kaiju counter. Summoning our Dino Boys, and opponent is not willing to play it out. They are done. They are out of here. They know Turtle Negate is too much. Alright, let's do one more game. Alright, we got a great hand here. We got Fusion Destiny, we got IceJade Tremora, we got Kaiju Town. Opponent activating Max C. Let's stop them from drawing a billion cards. Ash Blossom negate. And now let's turn on the turtle engine. IceJade Cradle. Gonna search. But opponent has their own Ash Blossom. Well, this is illegal. Clearly illegal. Opponent negating our sick combo to get the turtle. Alright, well, we're just gonna activate DPE. Hope DPE can hold on to the game for us for a whole turn, and maybe we'll be able to get the turtle next time. Alright, opponent, what do you got? Other than Ash Maxi. Opponent setting back row, summoning a Shiranui Spectral Sword. I do not know why my opponent normal summoned this in attack mode. Is there an effect that cares about Shiranuis on the field? Are they trying to bait us into popping it with DPE? You let me know. Let's pop opponent's back row. Shiranui style tributes a zombie monster, targets 2 cards and destroys them. That was probably why opponent summoned the Shiranui Spectral Sword, so got lucky with the pop there. Back to our turn. Let's special summon the Tremora, why not? Let's summon the DPE. And we got enough Kaiju counters to search for the Gameciel. Let's special summon Gameciel. And now, with Turtle on the field, we have 2 negates. Negate and banish. Let's summon some monsters. Get Link summoning, get in for big damage, but opponent not willing to see anymore. They know they've been turtleized. Alright, that was sweet. You know what? Let's go on to the deck list. Alright, this was a very interesting deck to build and play. So let's go through the cards and then I'll talk about how I modified this as I went through. So we got double Maxi, triple Ash Blossom, DPE, package, we got the Denier, we got triple Adrian, we got triple Therazia, we got 2 IceJade Tremoras, we got a Dasher, we got triple Sea Turtle Kaiju, we got 1 Kingfish, we got 1 Cosmolochor, I don't know how to say that properly, Terraforming, Fusion Destiny, triple IceJade Cradle, triple Kyoto Waterfront, 2 Sinnoh Inoyan Cradles, 1 IceJade Curse, 2 Callbys, 2 Imperms, double Trap Trick, triple Frenzy. In the extra deck, we got Kentragina, Stealth Bergia again, DPE, Rex Term, an Egyptian God Slime, Secure Gardna, Salamangre Almirage, a Nightmare Phoenix, a Coral Anemone, an IP Masquerena, a Verte, Nightmare Unicorn, Access Code Talker, and Underworld Goddess. Alright, let's talk about the deck list a little bit. Now, you saw I was playing what I call the Dinomorphia package. I did not come up with this. Thanks to DK for teaching everyone about this, and I throw it into a random deck sometimes when it makes sense. So, triple Therazia is required in the deck in order to do your Dino summoning. There is another Dinomorphia you could use instead of Therazia, but Therazia has the bonus effect of searching for the Frenzy onto the field. So this is definitely the one you want in the main deck. There's, budget option if you don't want the Therazias, you could use the other Dinomorphia. Alright, and in the extra deck, we got Kentragina, 2 Stealth Bergias, and the Rex Term, and that's it. You just have 3 Frenzies, 3 Therazias, and then these 4 in the extra deck. That is the most minimalistic Dinomorphia package you can have. We're also running 2 Trap Tricks. This lets us search for either an Imperm or most often the Frenzy. The great thing about Trap Trick is it triggers the Waterfront. Since it sees a card going to the graveyard, you activate the Trap Trick, get a counter on the Waterfront, you activate Frenzy, get a second counter on the Waterfront, and that's a free negate for your Turtle Kaiju. So that was the reason that this is in here, because you want ways to get counters on your Waterfront, and you want, monsters on the field. So Dinomorphia, Frenzy, playing both roles, summoning monsters, getting us Kaiju counters. Alright, what else about this deck did we mix up? So I did not originally have Fusion Destiny in here. DP package was not included. And I realized that it should be, because it's just good. It activates a spell which sends a card to the graveyard, you get your Kaiju counter, and then each time you pop with your DPE, where is he in the extra deck, each turn you pop with him, he's sending himself and another card to the graveyard. That's putting counters on your Waterfront. And the great thing about Waterfront is if it would be destroyed by card effect, you can remove a Kaiju counter from it instead, which means, in a situation where you don't want your DP in the graveyard, you can just pop the Waterfront. Waterfront protects itself, and you get to keep your DP on the field. Alright, so that's pretty sweet. For the IceJade portion of the deck, I do have the IceJade combo, so if you have Agerine and either the field spell or the curse in hand, you can summon Agerine, search for your missing piece, and then with Cradle and Curse on field, your opponent actually can't activate their monster effects. It is a bit of a similar effect to what the Frenzy Rexterm does, so if you have the option of doing either of those, I think it's generally better to do the Frenzy rather than have the IceJade lock going on, because we usually want our field spell slot to be used for Waterfront. So the IceJades care so much about their IceJade Cradle that I am playing it, but you know, we have the backup plan of maybe going for the IceJade Curse. So is this cuttable? Probably you could cut this. You know, in the gameplay I showed, the Curse didn't actually end up doing much, so it is a possibility that the Curse is not needed. So something to think about if you could cut it potentially. Alright, well that's pretty much the deck list. That's all I really have to say about it right now. I hope you liked the video, hope you liked the gameplay with it. Let me know if you want me to mix this deck up a little bit, if you got suggestions. Yeah, and I'll see you next time. Have a good night.